Hello there, YouTube, and good morning. Yep, seat's empty. Already got to the Longview store and dropped the little woman off. I'm actually just in Longview, going down Tenant Way, heading for I-5. Well, this could get real interesting going home. We're under some crazy wind warnings.
In 900 feet,
sorry.
right to State Route 500 West.
But anyway, we're under crazy wind warnings, more so up north, actually like north of Longview, but Longview's getting the warning because it's so close, you know. But we'll see what happens.
State Route 500 West.
I knew better to turn the camera on here because, oh no, I caught it in this, when this left turn releases, it is murder. They go on forever. But anyway, she texts me and says, be very careful. She said the wind is absolutely nuts and it's typhooning there in Longview at the Longview store. So we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, it's getting a little nuts out here. I just went through a crazy wind gust and a downpour that was nuts back there in Woodland. Holy moly. Leaves and all kinds of stuff was flying around on the freeway. That was crazy. I didn't dare pull the camera out. Wow, that's crazy. Well, wish me luck. God almighty. Oh hell, here we go again. I'm not gonna stay on here. The camera, that is. Well, the crazy damn storms are over, at least. It's not even dripping a drop out here now. It's just us. I can't hear a word you're saying, woman.
I said knock on wood because it was coming down early.
Oh, there's a couple of times. Right at Woodland, right before Woodland, going across the, goes at the Lewis River, yeah. Holy moly. There was crap flying across the road. It was nuts.
That is the tiny wailing.
Anyway, I'll let you go.
I had nothing to say.
Well, we have made it home and no rain. It was just wet. But I was gonna show you guys with this goofy kid. I don't want to disturb his stuff. This is an update on the Supra. All new pistons and bearings. I don't want to spin it around. A new color. Called something magnesium or something. But I was at the shop today in the Longview Pro Caliber, and he's painted up the turbo and intake and exhaust manifolds. It looks really good. This thing's gonna be pretty when he's done. She's gonna be pretty. But yeah, put a lot of work in it. And there's his old head, and it had some glycol corrosion issues, and he got a new reworked head for it. See, Abby, you're not head. Hold on, you're gonna knock some Orion stuff over. It came, of course, the cams and everything in it. He'll be up here tonight messing with it. He was here at all hours of the night last night. We're just sitting in a little cubby corner here in our kitchen. Yeah, we're going on doing stuff. My kid's out there working on that Supra motor and kind of we're getting ready for the night. And I said, you know what? We haven't done anything for the goodbye and the vlog. You know, our little story to tell. You know, and I don't know what made me think of it, but I go, hey, how about the bicycle story, which is probably not. It's not a good story. I mean,
No.
We kind of laugh about it. It wasn't really funny at all at the time. But we'll roll back into Texas, and this was So this had to be prior to 98. So this was 97, maybe early 98. We rode bicycles a lot. You know, we'd take the kids out to the park and we'd all ride bicycles, and we'd, you know, like we ended up buying that house next to that school, and that school had just the coolest little place, little area you could ride around. And then, of course, in the daytime, you go through the woods and go out onto the Texas High side, and Texas High is like the size of a lot of colleges, you know. But community colleges is big. And anyway, Kelly and I, we decided to ride bicycles to a place called Skaggs Albertsons. It was kind of like a Fred Meyer, if you have anything like that. It's like a one-stop shopping thing, kind of a scaled down Walmart's, yeah. Where Albertsons, you know, actually in Texarkana, it always was a convenience store. Now Albertsons, like here in the Northwest, is there even Albertsons around here anymore?
They're more in Oregon,
okay.
Not so much in Washington. Well, you got to go up way north, just not in our area. Which, by the way, I really miss Albertsons.
Yeah, but around here, they're just strictly grocery stores, and they're, you know, it's like a one-stop shopping thing. Everything from furniture, you name it, it's in there. So we decided to go out there. I don't know what. We don't remember what it was for at the time. They had these Cajun crawfish. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
We might have gone to get a bag of those or something. Oh man, really good. If you like
so good.
Nice spicy. That's Cajun spicy though, which is kind of a spice of its own, you know. But anyway, it was dark, and we decided, what the hell, let's do it. It was a
a nice warm night.
Comfortable outside, and so we decided to ride our bicycles. From where we were living out there, it was probably 3 or 4 miles, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
And it was off of State Line Boulevard. Actually, this guy Albertson was on the Arkansas side, so we went across State Line Boulevard. Anyway, getting to the story. Riding the bicycles, having a great time, and we're coming back, and back on the Texas side, going towards our house, this long downhill, and it goes down to like this. It was actually a ditch when it flooded. You know how you get flash floods and stuff in the south. I think it'd just be a river coming through there, but it was this dip, and it comes back up, and I think it headed towards the community college there in Texarkana. But at the time we were living pretty close to that college, and Kelly's getting away, and I'm like screaming her to slow down, and she just having a ball, just, you know, hooting and hollering and carrying on. We had lights and everything, and it was a little 2-lane road, and there was some traffic here and there, but it was light. And she's looking back at me, and
veers off.
Yeah.
The road.
And oh man, she veers off the road. This is at the bottom of that little dip.
Yeah, the pavement ends, and then you hit the gravel.
Yeah, and there was like a hole. It was like a rough edge because water runs through this thing. So there's this hole, and it's dark. She didn't see it. You know, the headlight thing just kind of didn't make it stand out. Well, all of a sudden, poof, bike's gone. She's flying. The old front wheel dropped in that thing, and the bike just disappeared from underneath her.
Was gone. Yeah.
Our faces look really red. We're in a really weird angle with that light. I'm sorry about that. I think I was sitting here, and the light looked kind of okay, and I'm gonna lean in. I'm turning all red. I'm like in the shades here. How's the lighting now? But
doesn't have to be perfect. Huh?
Anyway, down she goes, and oh man, she kind of laid there face first, kind of off in the ditch there for a bit, and I didn't know what, you know, and get her up, and she's like holding her head, and there's blood pouring out, and she
I'm not graceful.
Yeah.
Okay, and falling is even less graceful.
Yeah. And we were both drinking at the time. I think we had a couple of beers in us. So we go back to our house, and you know, she still got the scars on her head.
Yeah.
I mean, it left a pretty healthy scar.
Yeah.
But the worst thing was the road rash. She kind of did a face plant on the road when she went down.
Yeah, it went all down this side and across this, just
face
planted
the
pavement.
She full on
Yeah.
crashed, you know.
It wasn't good. I've never hurt so bad in my entire life. All 4 children combined did not hurt that bad.
And she wouldn't, because we had had a couple of beers, she wouldn't go to the hospital. She wanted to, you know, hang it out, you know. And it really, she didn't really need stitches. This one that left a scar, it was questionable, you know. Being the trooper she is, she fought it out and it says, I'm fine. I'm not gonna, you know. I think our insurance wasn't really good, and you know, we had to pay out a lot or something. I don't remember what it was.
I'm not paying money.
But she goes, it's just scratches. She goes, you get those all the time when you crash your motorcycles and stuff. She goes, it ain't so bad. So, you know, it looked pretty ugly, but, you know, the worst thing was it kind of scarred her face. And the worst thing is, one of the gals at the place I was working, a bunch of cashiers, you know, this place was huge. And this old girl spread. She ran into her, oddly enough, at Skag Albertsons, because that's about the only place she'd get food. And it was on my way to work, because I worked on the Arkansas side. And so, like, sometimes she'd pick me up if it was too hot to ride a bicycle. She'd come in the car with air conditioning and stuff, because even in the middle of the night it's hot. But anyway, she bumped into Kelly at Skag's Albertsons and started spreading this thing at work. I was wondering, you know, all the cashiers are being quiet and they're looking at me funny. You know, I was the manager there. And I going, what the hell's going on? And one of the gals tells me, well, Patty's going around spreading rumors that you and Kelly, I just can't imagine you and Kelly. We've been around, you know, we know how you two are. But she's spreading rumors that I beat the hell out of her.
And I explained to her.
So what did I beat her with, a piece of concrete and scratch some road rash on her face?
Oh, I know. It was just road rash, and it was like black and blue, but you can't like beat somebody up. For one thing, Shawn wouldn't lay hand on me for nothing. Never struck her.
No. I've pushed her out when she's so mad at me. She strikes me now. She just like full on just goes at it.
We're allowed, okay, because we cannot like get the point. You know.
Anyway, I'll push her back out of the way, and all that does is make her madder. But God, we haven't had a fight like that in years.
Oh my lordy, yeah.
Let's knock on wood here. I don't want.
Yeah, we don't need no big fights.
It's weird, and every time, I'm sure you guys probably the same thing. It's always really something stupid.
That makes no sense.
It's just like whatever's going on.
You can't even remember why you got in the fight to begin with.
And then I'm one of these people that literally 5 minutes later, I'm forgive and forget, and let's cuddle up and sit and watch a movie type of thing or whatever. And she's steaming mad.
Oh yeah,
I said something in a way, or sometimes
had that look. A look.
Oh yeah.
Or, especially a look.
Yeah, she says I have this look.
Well, he does.
And I'm like, what?
This little, she mean goes, face like that.
She goes, you're not listening to me anyway. I'm like, what? I go, what are you talking about? She gets all riled up and she goes, you gave me that look. I could tell you didn't. You weren't going to pay no attention to me. I'm like, what are you talking about? I know that look. And really, that wasn't even in my head at all.
I know. He's always off somewhere else. Yep.
But anyway, that's not really a good story. That was kind of a violent crash story. But Kelly has crashed on 2 wheels and got road rashed.
I know. Yeah. I always hurt myself, though.
Have I ever... Oh, yeah, I've crashed her on a motorcycle.
Yes, he has. Yeah. Oh, CBX. Oh, Kelly, you can ride a 6-cylinder CBX. He's on the back. I won't let it tip over. Okay, this is a huge, huge motor.
I didn't realize I couldn't put my feet on the ground from the back.
Okay, so I'm riding it, he's on the back, and we're coming up to a stop sign. I'm going, and I'm terrified to stop because I can't put my feet on the ground. I can't hold the motorcycle, it's too heavy. Okay, well, I'll hold it. Come to the stop sign.
I can't put my feet down.
He can't put his feet down.
Dangling, the seat is high, the rear seat was too high. I couldn't put my feet down, and
over we went, and the bike's on me. And he gets off and he's trying to get the bike off of me. The whole time my leg is being burnt by the exhaust.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
That
And
was
it knocked
a
a little,
bad
they had
scar.
these, you know, this is one of the first bikes to have the generator behind the cylinders, you know, to make the cranks smaller. If you guys remember, you know, you had stator on one side and like starter stuff on the other side on an inline 4. Well, this is an inline 6, so it was only slightly at the crank ends. It was only slightly wider than a CB750F or 1100F or 900F.
This is wide as a car motor. Okay.
That
It's
Supra head
wide.
reminds me of it. The Supra
Yeah.
head, I mean the CBX head wasn't that big, but it looks like that with the head off.
Yeah.
Of course, the CBX air cools had cooling fins and stuff on it as well, but
Huge
ever since then,
motorcycle.
she's absolutely, I didn't mean to cut you off,
Oh, no, you're fine.
but ever since then, she's absolutely convinced that she cannot balance a street bike.
Yeah.
She used to ride my XV920 around,
Yeah?
the 250 Rebel that I got in a really good deal that was like brand new.
650 special.
Oh yeah, the old
Yeah,
650
yeah,
special.
love
I even
that
bought her
sucker.
a 650 special. And but
Yeah.
man, when she dropped that CBX, and anyway, that little end cap, there's a little cap on the end. It puts a little crack. Anybody that's had those CBXs, you know, if you didn't have engine guards, and I hate the look of engine guards, but if you landed on it, it'd snap a little hole in it. Of course, it, you know, the crank oil feed is right in there, so it bleeds like you cut a jugular. You know, you just can't ride it home. We actually rode the thing home, but
Yeah.
it's puking oil. You know, the thing held like 6 quarts of oil, or something. I don't know what it was. A lot of oil. But oh, I broke your motorcycle and scratch exhausted. Girl, you're
yeah.
burnt and everything else. You wasn't worried about that.
No, yeah, don't hurt Shawn's motorcycles.
Yeah, she was the same way with the FJ Cruiser. She wouldn't drive that thing.
No.
I think she drove it a couple of times
Only
because
because I had to.
yeah, something was going on with the Element, our other Element, which was a year newer than this Element. We bought it brand new. But anyway, I don't remember what it was. I think we were getting tires on it, or I was doing a service, whatever. She had to go
Something
somewhere.
I had to drive it.
Yeah, whatever it was,
Yeah.
she drove it and made her nervous. I got pictures of her driving it, because when she'd drive it, I'd sit over there and with me in the car, and she'd very seldom even do that. She looked good riding this, driving. I almost said riding a CBX, driving a FJ Cruiser.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
That's big and scary.
It seems
and
big
it's-
because you can't
and
really
it's
see out
his,
of it very well.
So, yeah, no. Shawn.
She was happy with her little Honda.
Yep. I like my little Honda. Still want a truck.
Yeah, we'll get you a
Really
truck.
want a truck. Bad. Not a big truck. Not like Ryan's truck where I have to, I have to have a rope to climb up inside of it. I want a regular truck. Not lifted, not big tires. An actual working, go get the hay, get the lumber, use it like a truck.
Yeah.
Not a, trophy.
Yeah. That old
Just-
Toyota, she's not getting ridden around very much. The kid drove it last time, and muffler, and I think the rims have rusted. And I got 2 tires now that don't hold air, so she's a wreck.
Yeah, we haven't started it in almost a year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Until I tried to start it until I discovered the damn battery was
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah,
Nobody knows anything about that battery.
All of a sudden the battery's just
Ryan
gone.
swears he didn't take that battery, and he would have been the one that took it. He goes,
And
you
he-
need to talk to your... He says, my daughter, it's his sisters, you need to talk to your daughter's boyfriends.
And they're not up here. He's the only one that comes
knows?
up here.
But the way it was taken, nobody... the truck was all locked up. I think he took the battery and forgot.
Yeah.
One of these days he'll come up, Pops, you know
know
what? I was digging around out in the shop, and this shop, they call it a shop, this huge shop that his friends have. Why he's not building that motor over there, I don't know. But anyway,
All his tools are here.
yeah,
And Dad's tools are here.
Yeah,
so
my tools are
anything
here.
that, he might need, plus it's a heated one, garage.
yeah, that's true. They got some old wood stove in theirs, and I think the heat's only around the stove, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But
Because
one
they're always
we've been
like,
going on for 15 and a half minutes.
that's because you just talk a lot.
Hey,
He
it was
talks a
actually
lot.
you that brought up another story. I wasn't
I'm
even going
sorry.
to bring up the
it
CBX thing
yeah,
there.
it kind of like, it went
We were
that
talking
way.
about crashes on 2 wheels with her. Hey, wait a
Shawn,
minute.
I have to tell
this
you
is two
the-
vlogs of you in a row. You told your Christmas story last
Oh
night.
yeah.
I need to tell a story.
I know it.
No.
I'm sorry. He will have to
Okay.
tell you next one
Nah.
about doing, you know, the side hilling up the embankments on the overpasses and then crashing.
I think I've told those in vlogs, but that'd be
yeah.
a fun one to tell.
Yeah, because
with her.
he crashed me again.
Yeah, I crashed her
again.
twice.
Yeah.
One was very embarrassing. It was at a big flat track race. That was hugely embarrassing. But
I know, it's like, pick up
maybe
the
we'll
bike.
talk about
Let's
that tomorrow.
roll.
Sorry, this 4 gigabyte, which works out to be 16 minutes or so on this thing, it cut off. But anyway, we're talking about, working. It's hard to do vlogs and work. And our weekends, we only have 1 day off a week with each other. And, but anyway, we got things coming up. I got a surprise on the 16th of December.
Yeah.
That I won't tell you anything about that. We'll let that be a surprise.
That's going to be cool.
You'll like this. And,
Yeah.
this will be cool. I'm looking forward to this because it's something I really, really like. And as soon as you realize what it is, you'll go, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
It's something I talk about all the time.
Y'all
So,
will just love it. I'm
yeah.
so excited. I've planned this for so long.
But the event is more a kid's thing. But how it all happens
you
is...
can't tell too much.
Well, yeah, well. It's going to be cool. It'll really be cool. So, the 16th. And then whatever else we come up with. Holidays are coming. We're going to take a week off together. So, we'll... Oh man, we're going to come up with some crazy stuff. We got to come up with something.
Oh, yeah. We need to go
As long
dirt
as we
bike
don't-
riding.
yeah, we can't
Okay,
spend
when
the
it's
whole-
not raining.
Yeah. Can't spend the whole week doing
Nothing.
house
Just-
repairs or nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, just hanging out and fixing stuff. Yeah.
So, anyway, we have made this quite long.
Yes, we did. We're sorry. Yeah.
But anyway, 20 minutes now.
Oh,
All right.
you got to quit talking.
All right. So, we're going to say goodbye right now.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us on a daily basis. I know they start out weird because it's pretty much me driving to work. And I can't film back in the service department where I'm at all the time anymore. Because they're afraid of lawsuits and stuff. So,
Yeah, people weren't the way they were.
yeah, weird stuff happens. You know, we're a big corporation and,
Yeah.
people find any little angle.
Any
and
way to try to make a friggin'
unfortunately,
buck.
it's the way the world is. So
Yeah.
it's got to be that way, or I'd have literally tons of stuff every day to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Oh man, the stuff I could talk to you about because I spend my whole day there. So
Yeah.
anyway, final goodbye. The second one, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. I
We
don't
always
know.
got to do 2.
Yeah.
2 or 3 at least.
All right. I'm
Okay.
gonna avoid bringing up any other subject.
Okay, good.
So-
Okay, we're out.
All right. So
We're out.
tomorrow, the 2 crashes,
Okay, there you go again.
side hilling. So,
Yeah, side healing.
Yeah.
Side
All right.
healing.
All right. I think I've told you about them, but we'll get her side of the story too. So, all right.
All right.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Have
Thank you for
a wonderful,
watching.
wonderful day. We'll see you now. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
I think I smiled the whole way through this thing.